It's very common for women to lose their sex drive as they get older. So if you're wondering what the heck is happening to your body and your libido, we've got your answer. Our next guest is an OBGYN, Chief Medical Officer of Body Logic MD, and the author of The Sex Drive Solution for Women. Please welcome back Dr. Jennifer Landa. Welcome back.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So let's talk about the top sex drive sinkers. What are they?
So really, Andre, one of the biggest ones is stress. That doesn't surprise anybody, but there's a lot of different ways that stress plays into it. And I think for women, one of the biggest is that we can't shut off that running tape in our mind.
The worst.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, so we're lying there and trying to be in a passionate moment, and there we are thinking
You've got
about
your laundry list going on in your head.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
and what you have to put in the kid's backpack in the morning.
Right.
So I think that's one really important thing for women to get hold of, and I think mindfulness is the key. So mindfulness is the idea of being present in the moment. And I think it's something that we really need to practice in all different areas in our lives.
Yeah, not just your sex life.
Not just your sex life, but it's a practice makes perfect technique. If you practice it when you're eating a meal, really tasting the flavors and all of that, then you can translate that into the bedroom and stop having all those extraneous thoughts and start enjoying it a lot more.
Right, rather than trying to watch television and text at the same time while you're trying to grab a bite to eat, because we've all done that.
Yes.
So why is it important for women to regain control of their sex drive? Because I know a lot of them are, where did it go and how do I get it back?
Mm-hmm, absolutely. So hormones is a big part of it. As we age, our hormones decline. But one of the biggest surprises for people in women, our sex hormone, testosterone, the hormone of desire, sinks the most between the ages of 18 and 34.
Really?
Yes. Most people think about menopause as the time when women suffer from hormone decline. But 18 to 34 is when testosterone takes its nosedive, and birth control pills and a lot of the pills that we get for depression and things like that make it even worse. So that's really what's killing a lot of women's sex drive. And looking at that whole aspect is something that can really help us bring it back, to get your hormone levels tested, to try to get off medications like birth control pills and antidepressants, and start looking at what the hormone problems really are behind why you don't feel the way you want to feel, which is why you may be taking all those medications to begin with.
So what happens with the whole Mrs. Robinson complex? Because a lot of people say, well, when women get into their 30s and 40s, then their sex drive goes crazy, but it seems like there's two different sides of the story.
I think there really is two different sides of that story, and I think that story in some way intimidates a lot of women into thinking, well, why isn't my sex drive what it should be? But women who have low sex drive are not alone. 1 out of every 3 women at some point in their lives is going to suffer from low sex drive. So this is extremely common, and it can range from things like stress, like we've talked about, medications, and just plain not taking care of yourself.
Not eating right or exercising.
Not eating right and exercising. But you know what the number one thing in a lot of studies is shown? Relationship issues.
Yeah, so what if it's him and not me?
So what if it's him and not you? So as far as him, the main problems that guys have is erectile dysfunction, or ED, right?
Right.
A lot of that is lifestyle. They don't take care of themselves. They're busy working, achieving, being stressed. The same kind of thing.
Right?
So
Food,
eating
exercise.
poorly,
Okay.
believe it or not, erectile dysfunction has just been named as the #1 risk factor for heart disease.
Really?
It's what we should be looking at. If a guy has ED, we need to be looking at his heart health.
And that really stems back to diet and exercise.
It really stems back to the lifestyle diseases that we're hearing all about all the time. And when guys improve their diet, Mediterranean diet in studies has been shown to cure ED.
Go Greek, guys.
And of course, looking at your, that's right. And of course, looking at their hormone levels too. If they have low testosterone, consider getting that looked at and checked and treated.
Okay, very good. Dr. Jen Landa, thank you so much. Some great information.
Thank you.
For more info on Dr. Jen Landa's book, you can head to our website, lifeloveshopping.com.